everyone, it's Destiny, and today we are going to be showcasing Cyrene and Feixiao just for another fun showcase. I would love to know your favorite character from each of the elements, or you could just share some of the elements, so fire for example, lightning, quantum, and so on. And also, if you do enjoy videos like these, consider subscribing to see more content from me. Leave a like to support today's video, and real quick before we begin today's video, I wanted to show you all a way to get cheaper Oneric shards, and I also wanted to say a huge thanks to Aniba for sponsoring today's video. Aniba is a website where you can purchase Oneric shards at a discount, and all you have to do is provide your Star Rail UID, select the pack that you would like to purchase, and bam, within a few minutes, you'll receive the Oneric shards within your account, and now you'll be able to pull for your favorite characters at a discount. You can also use Aniba for other games as well, such as Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, and so on. Aniba also has 10% cash back for your purchases. All you have to do is, after your purchase, go to your orders, claim your cash back, and now you can use your cash back on anything on Aniba's website. And if you would like, you can even get more Oneric shards by doing this. For those interested, you can check out Aniba using my link in the description, and now let's carry on with today's video. For today's showcase, we're going to be using Feixiao, Cyrene, Heng, and then Cipher, and this will likely actually be my last Cyrene showcase. I just wanted to do one more showcase here with Cyrene, and also Cyrene is E2, which allows her to be used nicely on teams outside of Heirs as well. So I just wanted to use Cyrene on today's team, and we'll also of course have Heng and Cipher, who is a follow-up attacker who can nicely assist with getting more stacks for Feixiao. With Cipher, we'll just basic attack, and with Cyrene, we will skill. Now we'll get attacked like so. No problems here though. With Heng, I am going to use his ultimate. And boom, there we go. Now Soul Dragon is enhanced. And boom! Now with Feixiao, what we can do is use her skill like so. Boom! And we can also follow up here with 2 Feixiao ultimates back to back, and then we can use Cyrene's ultimate. What's really nice about Cyrene's ultimate is that it will be able to give Feixiao back her ultimate fully. We're about to have 12 stacks of Flying Aureus again, as you all can see. Now we can give the buff to Feixiao. So there we go. And with Heng, we can just use his ultimate again, as he does have full energy. So there we go. And boom. Now with Feixiao, we are going to use her ultimate here onto the enemy to the right and deal a bunch of damage as well. Well, bam, there we go. Now Soul Dragon will come in. We could just basic attack, use our enhanced basic attack. Cipher will come in with a follow-up. With Heng, we are just going to use our skill. Soul Dragon will come in. Boom! And now we're on to the Flame Reaver phase. So with Feixiao here, we are going to use one ultimate since we are about to be maxed out on our stacks once again. So there we go. Now with Cipher, I am just going to use her skill as well. Soul Dragon is also going to attack, and now with Cyrene, we can attack like so. With Cyrene here, we are just going to use her AoE attack as Flame Reaver did summon his clones, and boom, there we go. With Feixiao, we are mainly going to focus on Flame Reaver here, and we are going to still be able to deal a nice amount of single target damage onto him. So there we go. And now with Heng, what we could do is just basic attack, follow up here with his ultimate, and boom, this will now enhance Soul Dragon, which is perfect. And what we could do with Feixiao is also use another ultimate and deal some nice damage here. There we go. Cipher will come in with a follow-up, and now with Cipher, what we could do is use her skill. Boom. With Cyrene, we can use our enhanced basic attack. There comes in Soul Dragon. And now with Feixiao here, we can use our skill. Boom. And we can also follow up here with Feixiao's ultimate again, and we should be moving on to the next phase here with Flame Reaver. So we are ignoring a lot of the clones here. Now with Cyrene, what we are going to do is reapply the buff to Feixiao. And with Heng, what we are going to do is just basic attack, With Cipher here, we are going to just use her ultimate just to deal some nice damage onto Flame Reaver. And some of his clones will also break as a result. We could just basic attack the clone with Cyrene. Boom, there we go. Now Cipher will use her follow-up. And now what we could do with Feixiao is just focus on the clone here, just break it. There we go. And with Cipher here, we could just break the other clone. Boom. Now Feixiao is going to come in with the follow-up, and so will Cipher. And now we can use another Feixiao ultimate. And we also should be able to clear within this cycle here. We can also follow up here with Dan Heng's ultimate. Once again, enhanced Soul Dragon. With Cyrene, we can attack like so. There we go. Now we are going to take a bit of damage. But with Cipher here, I am going to use her ultimate. And boom. There comes in Soul Dragon. Now it's Cyrene. We can attack like so. Boom. And another attack. There we go. So we're able to clear that within a 1 cycle, which there could be different things done within that fight. So for example, with Feixiao, when I used her skill on the clone, I could have also just kept my focus onto Flame Reaver the entire fight, or even choosing to use Cipher's ultimate at a different time. So there's definitely multiple things that could have been done differently in this showcase. But now let's actually take a look at the builds for today's video. Here is my Feixiao. She is definitely one of my best built characters, I would say, since I did farm her relics for, I believe it was like 2 months that I spent relic farming on her, attempting to get a very nice crit ratio. So there we go. We do have Feixiao's signature light cone, and for her traces, they are also maxed out except for the basic attack. For her relics, here they are. We could actually use the banana planar on this team as well for Feixiao. The reason I say this is because we get crit damage from the Duran Dynasty set, but the banana set will also work with Dan Heng on the team giving the summon to Feixiao, so that can also technically be an option here. My Feixiao is also E2. I honestly wish I could deactivate Eidolon sometimes, since I would love to just deactivate these two just to show this team off without them. As for Cyrene, here she is. And her chases are maxed out. Her relics we're using Amphorius, the Eternal Land, and World Remaking Deliverer, which I can just go through each of these pieces here. And once again, Cyrene is E2, as I mentioned earlier. Here is Dan Heng. His pieces aren't honestly the greatest. They could be a bit better, honestly, but it is okay. And Dan Heng is also E0. And lastly, we have Cipher here, which she's also E0. There we go. And E0, as we all can see. But yeah, I just wanted to do a fun showcase here. And real quick, I wanted to just quickly go over what E2 Cyrene provides for a team like this when it comes to just her being able to get her ultimate faster, as well as the true damage she'll give the team. Her E2 will allow you to get 12 additional points of recollection when you enter combat. So when you are using her on a team that doesn't have all Chrysos Heirs or doesn't have remembrance characters, for instance, like this one, this Eidolon right here is going to assist nicely with being able to use her ultimate very early on in the fight. And then we also are able to take advantage of the additional true damage from this Eidolon as well, which will assist with the entire team's damage output, including Cyrene's herself. But if you are curious to see a main DPS Cyrene video, that was uploaded earlier this week, so do make sure to check that out if you are interested. And that'll be all for today's video. If there is a character you'd like to see a showcase of though, or a team in particular, do let me know in the comments down below. There are a couple of characters aside from, of course, like the Chrysos Heirs and Cyrene that I am considering doing a couple of showcases for soon. Let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like to see just for another fun showcase. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support today's video, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye.